Hello! In this video, we are going to talk about what's an element. Now, an element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down any further by chemical means. And so this is a key idea about an element. You need to know this because, for instance, you might be asked the following question. Which of the following cannot be broken down any further by chemical means? The answer is going to be the choice that is an element. Right? And that's the idea. Some examples of elements include hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, and iron. Some other examples of elements, which are a little less commonly known, include zirconium, barium, and ruthenium. Right, so these are just some examples of elements. Now, of course, an element is an instance of matter, so an element is composed of atoms. But another key idea about elements is that every atom of an element has the same number of protons. And this number is called the atomic number of the element. For instance, all atoms of hydrogen have 1 proton. Another example is that all atoms of oxygen have 8 protons. And it turns out all atoms of iron have 26 protons. Another way of saying this is that the atomic number of hydrogen is 1, the atomic number of oxygen is 8, and the atomic number of iron is 26. Right? So again, this is another key idea about elements. And if you're in Regents chemistry, then in your reference table, a list of elements and their atomic numbers is given on table S. So if we actually open up our reference table to table S, this is what table S looks like. Table S, properties of selected elements. So under the name column, this is the list of all of our elements, right? And yeah, it's a pretty big list. And in the first column, we have a list of atomic numbers for each of these elements. And for our examples, we see that hydrogen has an atomic number of 1, oxygen has an atomic number of 8, and iron, right here, has an atomic number of 26. And that agrees with the examples we have here. Now, let's do some practice. Okay, so question 1. What is the atomic number of sodium? Now, we can go to table S to look this up. So, going to table S, we're going to look for sodium. Now, looking at table S, we see that sodium is right there. And reading off the atomic number of sodium, we see that it's 11. So the answer is 11. Okay, question 2. What is the atomic number of calcium? Right, so again, let's just go to table S and look for calcium. So here's table S again. Notice calcium is right there, and we see the atomic number of calcium is 20. So the answer is 20. Question 3. How many protons are there in atoms of nitrogen? Now really, this is the same thing as the atomic number, right? The atomic number is the number of protons there are in the atom. So all we got to do is figure out the atomic number of nitrogen. So again, let's go to table S and look for nitrogen. So going to table S, we see that nitrogen is right there. We see that the atomic number of nitrogen is 7. So the answer is 7. Question 4. How many protons are there in a nickel atom? Again, this is really the same thing as the atomic number of nickel. So let's just go to table S and we'll look for nickel. If we go to table S, right, nickel's going to be a little bit further down, right? It's going to be right there. We see that the atomic number of nickel is 28. So the answer is 28. Okay, question 5. Which element has an atomic number of 13? So to answer this problem, we're again going to go to table S, and we're going to look for the atomic number of 13. So here's table S, and we're looking under the atomic number column, and we look for 13, right? It's right there. And if we read off the element name, we see the element is aluminum. So the answer is aluminum. Right. And question 6. Which element consists of atoms with 53 protons? Well, remember, the number of protons in the atom is the same thing as the atomic number. So really, we're looking for which element has an atomic number of 53. So, again, let's go to table S and look for an atomic number of 53. So, looking under the atomic number column, we're going to go all the way down to 53, which is right there. We read off the element name and we see that it's iodine. So the answer is iodine. Right? And so yeah, that's pretty much it for these practice problems. Now, another thing about elements is that they're often abbreviated using symbols. Here's some examples. Hydrogen has the symbol H, oxygen has the symbol O, iron has the symbol Fe, and calcium has the symbol Ca. Right, so these are just some examples of element symbols. Now, element symbols are pretty short. They're usually 1 to 2 letters in length. But there are some rules that they follow. The first letter is always capitalized. Right? And we see that that's true in all these examples, right? The first letter is capitalized, first letter is capitalized, first letter is capitalized, and first letter is capitalized. Now, we may or may not have a second letter. But if we do have a second letter, then the second letter is always lowercased. Right? And we see that this holds in all these examples. In the first 2 examples, we don't have a second letter, so we don't worry about it. But in the last 2 examples, we actually do have a second letter, and it's lowercase. That's pretty much how element symbols work. Now, table S also contains element symbols. So again, opening up to table S, we see that we have the names of all the elements, we have their atomic numbers, but notice we have another column that says symbol, which gives us the symbols for all of the elements. Okay, now let's do some more practice. So in question 1, we are given the name of the element, and we want to find the symbol and the atomic number. So going to table S, we're looking for oxygen. Now, oxygen is right there, and we can see that the symbol is O, and the atomic number is 8. So the symbol is O, and the atomic number is 8. Question 2. We're given that the name of our element is krypton. We want to find the symbol and the number of protons, right? And we really mean the number of protons in an atom of krypton, right? That's really what that means. But remember, the number of protons is the same thing as the atomic number. So really, all we're looking for is the symbol and the atomic number. So let's go to table S and look for krypton. So going to table S, we see that krypton is right there. And if we read off the symbol, we see that the symbol is Kr, and the atomic number is 36. So the symbol is Kr, and the number of protons is 36. And so that's it. Question 3, we're given the symbol is Ag. We want to figure out the name of our element and the atomic number. So again, let's go to table S and look for the symbol Ag. So if we go to table S and we look for the symbol Ag, you'll find that it is right there. The name of our element is silver with atomic number 47. So the name is silver with the atomic number 47. As for question 4, we're given that the symbol is Cl. We want the name of our element and the number of protons in an atom of our element. But again, the number of protons is the same thing as the atomic number. So really, all we need is the name of our element and the atomic number. So again, let's go to table S and look for the symbol Cl. So going to table S, we see that Cl is right there. The name of our element is chlorine, and the atomic number is 17. So the name is chlorine, and the number of protons is 17. Going to question 5, we're given that the atomic number of our element is 32. We want the name of our element and the symbol. So to do this, all we got to do is go to table S and look for the atomic number of 32. So going to table S, if we look under the atomic numbers and go to 32, it's right there. And we see that the name of our element is germanium with symbol Ge. So the name is germanium with symbol Ge. And question 6, we're given that the number of protons is 12. Again, the number of protons is the same thing as the atomic number, so really we're given the atomic number is 12. We want to figure out the name of our element and the symbol. Well, again, let's go to table S and look for an atomic number of 12. So going to table S, we see that an atomic number of 12 is right there. And reading off the element, the name of the element is magnesium with symbol Mg. So the name is magnesium with symbol Mg. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.